I want to welcome the GMs and the wives, the godly men and the warm, inviting, feminine, empathetic women out there. In today's video topic, I want to discuss the 9 to 5 mindset versus the entrepreneur slash individualistic mindset. The biggest difference between these two mindsets is that one is completely okay with being on somebody else's program. Okay? This is far too oftentimes the mindset that completely degrades and derails all forces of ingenuity, innovation, and creation in the workplace today. The modern workplace is, for lack of a better term, indescribably boring for most people. And I am so grateful that I have the opportunity to currently have a day job that I'm able to work from home, and I am able to work remote anywhere in the world that I want to. And I have a job that I, for the most part, genuinely enjoy. This is not something that I want to continue doing for the rest of my life, obviously, but this is something that I genuinely enjoy. And then I have on the side, I've got a couple irons in the fire, and I've also got a couple projects I'm working on, and I've got a side business. So those are the irons in the fire, right? And I made a vow to myself years ago that I refuse to be the kind of person in which I am going to have to rely on other people continually throughout my life in order to get to the place that I want to be. I didn't want to have to be the kind of person that has to look at other people and accept that they're the ones that are going to provide the bread on my table. I didn't want that because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like to be broke, because those are two different things. Being poor is a mindset, right? This is something that Dave Chappelle has talked about. Being broke is just not having any money. And I know what it's like to have both of these kinds of things. And I understand that in this day and age, a lot of people don't want to do the work. And I was that kind of person as well. I was the kind of person that was pretty lazy for most of his young 20s life. I was very, very lazy, and I could have done a lot more. Even though I was working full time and I was going to school full time, and yes, I was productive, and yes, I was busy, but I wasn't doing what I was meant to really be doing. If I could go back in time, would I be going to college to get my degree? Maybe not. I probably would not be able to do that because at the time, the only reason that I was really going to college was to get a job. And I liked to learn what I wanted to learn about. I was studying philosophy in college, and I did graduate with a degree in philosophy, and that was fantastic for me at the time. That was great. That was a great learning experience. But it was just a learning experience that ended up costing me a lot of student loans. And this is what we're told in our society, right? Go get a this, go get a that, so that you can do this. Work is more important than family. Work is more important than other stuff. And then guess what? On the weekends, you get to look forward to Friday so that you can go drink your brains out and then have to do it all over again on Monday. So you constantly have this cycle of waiting till Friday, Monday, Friday, yay, drink or party or do whatever you need to do to get it all out of your system. And then what happens? And then what happens? You go right back to square one, and you go again and again and again and again and again and again and again until the end of your days. And this was something that I didn't necessarily understand, like day in and day out, right? Day in and day out. We always heard that term growing up, day in and day out. I don't think, a lot of people do not understand what that really, boils down to. And the grind is no joke. And this is one of the reasons why I think so many people are unhappy. And this is one of the reasons why I think we need more entrepreneurs in our society. We need more creativity. But most of all, we need engineers and we need scientists. I am more of the kind of person that's going to provide the spiritual insight and inner mechanisms of working to these kinds of people. I know in my heart of hearts that down the line, I'm going to be the person that these engineers or these mathematicians or all of these scientist-like people are going to go to. Now, not just these kinds of people, right? But they're going to be the ones that are coming to me. Businessmen are going to be coming to me for the spiritual guidance. Why? Because I can understand both sides of both the spirituality side and the business side. I understand that you need to run a business, and I understand the psychology of running a business, but I also understand the psychology of self-awareness. I understand and I am proficient in these things due to my experiences and due to my backgrounds. I also do not believe in certifications. Screw certifications. Who gives a like, I don't care about your certification. I can tell how you're going to do a job based off of how I see before you, and if you have any kind of just resume, or if you have a portfolio of some kind, or if you have something to work off of, or any kind of testimonials, right? Certifications, I don't really believe in them. And the main reason why is because I know school, my college degree, was essentially a certification. And all that certification was showing and demonstrating was that I can consistently show up for 4 to 5 years and do okay. Like that was what my degree for college was definitely showing. What you got your degree in doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A lot of people are so concerned about, well, this is my background. This is my background. Nobody cares. And believe me when I say this, because I've met people that genuinely do not care. The people that are actually entrepreneur-like mindship people, the people that are actually like in the web of entrepreneurship, understand that business, true business, ought to be like how would you describe it? I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like a web diagram, right? Is that what it's called? Where you have like the circle and it connects here and there's another circle and it connects here and there's another circle, etc. Those are all small businesses or medium businesses, whatever, all associating with one another. And the Bible even talks about this as well, okay? This is biblical. The Bible says that we should buy and sell from our neighbors. Why? Because you're helping them and they're helping you survive and thrive. Ultimately, you do want to thrive, and that should be your mindset. But if you're going to be stuck in the survival mindset, and because you're going to be in a mode for a while where you might have to go through some really dark times. Like you might have zero support. And this is something that I know from experience as well. I know from experience that it takes a lot, and I mean a lot, to go through these kinds of things where you're actually trying to do what you need to do to thrive, and yet you have zero support for it. You have absolutely nobody by your side because the people that you thought were supposed to be there for you didn't believe in you. The people that you thought were supposed to be there for you ended up turning their backs on you. And now that you're doing what you do years later, after you've put in work after work after work after work day, grinding away, trying to build a life for yourself because you've ultimately realized that it is not wrong, especially if you're religious or you follow Christ, it is not wrong for you to thrive. and to strive for something better. For so long, I thought that, well, I don't have to, like, I can be completely okay by just, you know, I could smoke weed all day and I could be close to God that way. I could do that. I could have a basic job doing what I do for the rest of my life. I could be a dishwasher the rest of my life because I don't care. Like, I don't care. I could do that. And I bet you I could still do that. But is that the kind of game that you want to play in this life? And I'm not saying you should think of life as a video game necessarily, but I'm saying that life itself is a game and an opportunity for you to do whatever you want to do. You can create whatever you want to create. You can create any new kind of thought algorithm that you want to shape your life the way that you want. It's amazing. And I didn't believe it until I actually did it. I didn't believe in myself, and that was the biggest hurdle that I had. I didn't believe in myself. And now, here I am tonight, and obviously I'm a little bit more dressed up than I usually am, but I'm going to a business meeting / I guess I don't know, I don't want to give away too much, but I'm going to a business meeting after this, and this is going to be a big thing for me. And networking, getting out there, meeting new people, meeting people that have actually done the thing. So this is going to be an exciting point in my life, and just to learn more things about how people operate at that kind of level. Because in order to get to that level, you have to have the mindset to do so, right? Because if ultimately you don't have the mindset, you're not going to make it anyway. And that's an unfortunate reality that many people are going to have to go through. And so I understand that I still have a lot to learn as far as the practicalities of life. As far as the spirituality side of things, I feel very confident. I understand what I must do. I understand how to do it. Now it's a matter of actually applying it more so into practice. And so I got to get going with this video now. But I hope this message was useful and insightful to someone out there. And if you made it this far into the video and you're interested in participating in the school all-in-one community and workshop directive program that we created at Regal Change Academy, feel free to reach out or check in the comment section or the description box below for the link to visit that site. Once we get to 100 members, that's when you're going to have to start to actually pay for the enrollment. But up until then, you don't have to pay. And those that enroll before we get to 100 members will not have to pay a dime for this program on that platform ever. So with that being said, peace be with you. Till next time.